Hey there. I wanted to pop up on here. I guess I just say pop up. Pop up. It's like pop up videos, MTV. Pop on here and talk about the colon surgery I did have. I just find YouTube really helpful for things that I'm about to go through or things that have happened and other people's experiences. So this is for someone, who is gonna maybe wants to learn about colon resectioning, is gonna have to get one done, that sort of thing. So if you watched a previous video, I got the colonoscopy, they found a polyp, they couldn't remove it. So I had to go and have surgery done. So my polyp was adhered to the colon wall. It was a lot smaller. They thought it was a lot smaller on my colonoscopy than when they actually took it out, and it was in a different location. I think you have 5 or 6 feet of colon. You have a ton of colon, which is crazy to think about. And so my surgeon, Dr. Rossi at Alaska Colorectal Surgery, did mine, and he's fantastic. Anyone over there is fantastic. Go to them if you are in Alaska. Go to a colorectal surgeon. Other surgeons can do this surgery, but they are fantastic. I love their office. I love all the people there. They are amazing people. Dr. Rossi is amazing. He took out, I think, about 8 or 9 inches of my colon, and he essentially drew a picture to show me, and I wish I had that, but I don't. But what they do is they blow you up full of air because it's a robotic surgery. So they blew up my stomach to about 9 months pregnant or so, and they make little slits in your abdomen, and they put robotic arms in, and then the surgeon kind of sits at this, not computer station, but kind of like that, and controls the robotic arms, and they put a camera inside your belly so they can watch and see everything that's going on. So altogether, I think I had 6 slits or cuts. My recovery has been really good, really easy. I spent 3 days in the hospital afterwards. They say 3 to 5 days just because you need to pee, poop, and fart before you can go home. And a lot of times with anesthesia, your body just slows down. Your bowels slow down, and they want to make sure that that is all moving good before you go home. There was a chance that I could have had an ostomy bag. I'm thankful that I didn't, but it wouldn't have been the end of the world. I don't think it would have. He said it would have eventually gone away. And I am not an MD, I'm not a doctor. This is my personal experience. Just a Joe Blow girl here. When you're adhering the 2 pieces of colon together, you want to make sure that's a really good, tight fit, because if it's not, then your body can turn septic. So oftentimes they'll put an ostomy bag in to get the colon to heal well before you have your bowels fully functioning, so you don't turn septic and die. So I was 3 days in the hospital. I think the night I had surgery that morning really early, and that evening I was up walking around. I still had a catheter in, but that was fine. I was up walking around. I wasn't in a lot of pain. My worst pain was shoulder pain. Wild, I know, but when they blow you up full of all this air, some of the air doesn't come back out, so then it rises, And it was literally like my shoulders and my neck just ached. It felt like, I guess maybe like a massive balloon was in there and it couldn't get out and it just ached. So the Thermacare heat wraps really helped. Like the warm blankets at the hospital that they have really helped. And honestly, the walking around helped the most. For whatever reason, it would work itself out of my body. And I came home, 3 days after, and I felt funky like 2 weeks later. It was like, I just felt like I couldn't get like a deep breath, and it felt like another bubble was inside of me. And so I went on a walk for like 40 minutes. And by the time I was done with that walk, I felt completely normal. So the air doesn't all go away instantaneously. It takes some time. Walking is the best thing for it. Trust me. Walk, 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 walk. You can't lift over 15 pounds for 6 weeks as part of your recovery. I think like 3 or 4 days left in my recovery, and I'll be good to go. I have another appointment. And then, it was cancer. It was stage 1, tier 2 or B. And my, the people at Alaska Colorectal Surgery are just fantastic. They essentially said they don't see a lot of stage 1s because it doesn't get caught that early. So I'm really, really fortunate. I am going to have to get colonoscopies and blood work done. I think yearly colonoscopies, blood work every 3 months, and maybe CT scans just to make sure that there's not cancer elsewhere in my body. I am getting genetic testing done to see what that is all about, because I am on the younger side. I'm 35. So it's kind of a bummer to have cancer this young, but I'm also really just grateful and thankful that it was caught so early. So, colon resectioning, I was not looking, it's a bummer that you have to have surgery, but honestly, it was like my recovery wasn't that bad. I haven't had major surgery in a really, really long time. I've had vaginal births, and I recovered fairly easily from them. I haven't had a C-section, but overall, totally, totally manageable. I was not told about this, but I had to give, if you have abdominal surgery, you are more prone to blood clots. So I did have to give myself injections with a shot for 21 days once I came home. It's Levnox, it's pre-filled syringes, and you get to learn how to give yourself an injection. It's not that bad. I was totally not a person that was that type of person, and I did it. It honestly wasn't that bad. The fear of it, it's the way with everything. The fear beforehand can eat you alive, and actually doing it is not that bad. So just know that going into it, if you have someone that you're living with and they're cool with it, the nurses at the hospital can teach them. But honestly, it wasn't, I did all 21 myself. It wasn't that bad. It's supposed to go either in your stomach or in your behind. And I did both because my stomach was kind of bruised, and it was getting kind of more bruised from the shots. So I made it work. So this is, I've had babies, I've carried twins. This is what my abdomen looks like. We're almost 6 weeks out, and it really is this one, this one, this one, and this one. And then I have one down here that's longer, and that's where they took like the mass out, and then my belly button. And I think they put the camera in the belly button. So this is 6 weeks. Not bad at all. I mean, no one wants to have surgery, let's be honest. but it's not like it used to be where I think they cut you up the middle and that sort of thing. So I got Mederma cream. It's right over here. Let me grab it. They put the glue on. I think I was able to shower I showered in the hospital 2 or 3 days after. And then the glue just kind of like falls off, or you can rip it off or pick it off. Let your doctor tell you that that's okay, because you have to wait for like a week or 2, I think, before you start doing that. I'm not a doctor. No medical advice, this is just trying to be helpful. Mederma Scar Gel, put this on it once a day. It'll help the visibility and that sort of thing. Best of luck to you if you have to get a colon resectioning. And life goes on. It's not the end of the world. It's a bummer, apathetic for you, that sort of thing. But your health is really important. And if this is the road you have to go on, it's totally doable.